Hey, sports, fitness, and movie fans. This is Coach Frank. Part 2 of Back to the Future talked about a sports almanac and how gambling affected the timeline. Gray's sports almanac can predict all the results from sports history for the last 50 years. It talks about Marty going back, putting some bets, and trying to change his future. But Biff ends up going back and giving the book to his younger self, changing the course of time. As far as gambling goes, have you been gambling with your health? Because if you're going to bet on your health, why not bet on a sure thing? Today, I'm going to show you how to do that and win big. And I'm going to show you all that and more right after this.
Game on, sports, fitness, and health fans, with another episode of the Sporting Good Posture Digital Radio Experience. Gear up for Coach Frank's advice from the sidelines as he helps you crush your game, no matter what sports, health, or fitness game you play.
Hey, this is Coach Frank. I'm sporting good posture. What are you sporting?
Hey, Coach, what do you got for us today?
Welcome back to another episode of Sporting Good Posture. This is Coach Frank, and I'm excited because we're continuing our season 5 of Back to the Future. If you're a Back to the Future fan, and even if you're not, this will relate to you because everything that we're talking about really does have to do with your timeline and your health and wellness issues that may have been a problem in the past, but just like Back to the Future, going back and finding that exact moment where the timeline changed is what we're going to be doing all this season. And we're going to bring all that to you and more right after this short message.
Hey, Jeremy. Wow, really pumping that iron. Getting buff for summer?
Hey, Haley. Wow, you look amazing. I guess the gym's working out pretty well for you. Wish it was for me. Trying to lose some weight, but no matter what I do, I can't seem to take it off.
Oh, I've been there. I've tried tons of diets and routines and just couldn't take the weight off no matter what I did. It was really depressing.
Well, you obviously did something right. What's your secret?
Actually, my chiropractor.
Your chiropractor? Really?
I was so surprised, but it totally worked. He was doing something called the ChiroThin program.
The ChiroThin program?
The ChiroThin program is designed like no other. Supervised by licensed doctors of chiropractic, ChiroThin is based on your body's natural structure. Following Mother Nature's blueprint, ChiroThin gets to the bottom of all the reasons people have difficulty losing weight and puts you on the road to your ideal body. And that means the ideal you.
Hey, Jeremy, you're looking pretty buff. Did you check out the ChiroThin program?
You bet, Haley. Thanks for turning me on to it. For my girlfriend and mom, too. We all had a breakthrough. Can't believe we finally lost the weight.
Well, looks like my loss was your gain.
If losing weight is a challenge, get evaluated today for free to see if you are fit for the ChiroThin program at Ideal Health and Wellness Center. Don't just get thin, get ChiroThin. Call 615-567-6683.
So today I'm going to talk to you about cheating at gambling. A huge part of Back to the Future 2 and the whole timeline that got skewed because of it. In part 2 of Back to the Future, Marty goes to one of the future shops and they had an 80s shop where they had a lot of old items in there from years ago. And they had something in there that was called Gray's Sports Almanac. And on the side note, I actually have a Gray's Sports Almanac on my house signed by Biff, the guy who played Biff in the movie. But anyway, he went in the store, got this Gray's Sports Almanac, and was going to bring it back. And while he was talking with Doc, the magazine fell out of the bag and fell on the floor. And Doc got really mad. And Marty says, well, I don't see a little harm in placing a few bets here. And Doc was like, absolutely not. And he took the Gray's Sports Almanac and threw it in the trash. Well, while he was doing that, Biff's older self grabbed the Sports Almanac and later on ended up stealing the time machine and went back in time and gave his younger self the Gray's Sports Almanac. And how if he just bet on exactly what was in this book, he'd be a winner every single time. And he did. And his first bet, he placed at 18 and he became a multimillionaire because he kept placing winning bets and he basically couldn't lose because he had the answers in his pocket. And that's what I'm going to teach you how to do today with your health and your weight loss goals. But in all seriousness, let's forget about sports betting and cheating for a second. Think about this question. What is something you'd tell your younger self? Or what advice would you give to your younger self? It really gets you thinking. And it really goes along with our timeline here that we're talking about with Back to the Future and your timeline as far as going back in time and figuring out where things went wrong and what happened to get us to where you are now. So think about it, if you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, think about something you tell your younger self at maybe age 15 or 20 or 21 or whatever, what advice you might give to your younger self. You know that there's a time where certain things happen that you can really relate to probably now. A lot of times when I have a patient come in my office, I ask them, is there one specific thing you can remember that really sticks out that caused this certain problem now? Maybe it was back pain, maybe it was weight gain, maybe it was neck pain, knee problems, whatever it is. There's typically something that happened or a few events that happened that you can really relate to and remember, okay, this is why this happened. This is a big part of the reason why I'm having some of these problems now. And then go back in time and figure out where those are and really relate to what it's doing to you now. And if you could really figure out why that happened, what would you tell your younger self to help fix that? Well, if time has gone by now, it's still never too late to help heal your body. The nice thing about your body and the beautiful thing about your body is that it always has the ability to heal, and there's always your body's ability to do that no matter what age you are. And that's the great part about chiropractic that I love, is that you really can start reversing some of the damage on there, really find out why that happened and change your timeline. So now you can actually go back to that younger, healthier self that you want to be. And my goal in practice is to give you that health and fitness and happiness that you can bet on and really win and live that healthy life that you're looking for. So I guess you can consider me your older self that's giving you all the answers and all the inside information where you can go back and bet on these things and really come out the winner on the other side. Right now, my patients are winning more than I've ever seen. There's been record high wins I've had people winning with Chirothin where they're losing weight, keeping it off for a year later. We've had some record number of people that did that last year, and we're looking to do that exact same thing this year. I'm seeing these people losing weight with our lipo laser and losing inches with our lipo laser where I've never seen this kind of production before. And I really do think that it goes with our Back to the Future approach, where we've been able to go back and help you find what happened in your timeline and get you on the right track to a healthy future. So with everything we've said today, remember, the coach's DeLorean is always available. It's gassed up, the flux capacitor is fluxing, and we have plenty of plutonium for the return trip. So reach out to me at Ideal Health and Wellness Center on Facebook and at Ideal Health Wellness Center on Instagram. Give us a call at 615-567-6683. Tell me what's going on, and I'll tell you what I think. This is Coach Frank. I'm sporting a good future. How about you?
The Sporting Good Posture Podcast is a broadcast wellness production powered by Ideal Health Wellness Center. All content copyright 2021. All rights reserved. Executive producer Frank Sardella. Coach Frank appears courtesy of Ideal Health Wellness Center in Franklin. For more information, visit sportinggoodposture.com and follow Coach on Instagram at sportinggoodposture.
All right, Frank, now let's do something that really cooks. All right, it's a blues riff in G. Watch me for the changes and try and keep up, all right?